And here, under the hood, we've stored something that'll really come in handy if it doesn't fall out and break my leg.
What we're doing is we're building a fucking industrial film.
Trying to give these guys everything they can get. I mean, that's it. Fuck it. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. We suppose we open... Gotta do it again, right now. Oh, fuck. 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 Oh, fuck. Shit. Tony, do me a favor, will you please? Will you? Will you do me a kindness?
Leave.
Yeah.
I think I want to be walking in and out if you're going to fuck up and I got to come back.
I don't make any difference to me at this juncture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tony. Don't slam the fucking door. No more. Listen, I've got to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me. It's going to be very hot. It's going to be very uncomfortable for everybody. Want anybody yelling. We get anybody yelling around here anymore today, and then the shit is going to hit the fan. And they fit the diverse needs of a very big fern, and they fit the needs of a very diverse buyer segment. Why can't I remember? I wrote this stuff. Why can't I remember it? Why don't I say it fucking right? What does the goddamn line say, Tony? What is the goddamn line? I don't give a shit what the line is. I fucked up the word rear. I can't even read the fucking VO straight. What the fuck was that? We got flies all over the fucking place. Son of a bitch. Get out of here, you fucking flies. There's a fly over the headlight, Tony. We got flies coming for us. Fuck. Fuck out of here, you flies. We got 3 flies, 5 flies. And if you will, make sure, if you will, we don't have that fly on the left side, on the passenger side, because we don't have that in frame, but make sure we don't have any flies here. And we don't have any flies. Here we go. Get out of here, you goddamn jackass. I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning. God, I can't fucking make my mind work. Tony, give me a towel for just a minute, please. That... I'm blinded by that fucking hot light. Goddamn son of a bitch! What do you mean, I'm gonna fall off the fucking thing? Fuck. Just keep running. Bullshit, I'm gonna slate this fucker. All right, I haven't got time to mark this motherfucker. Here we go again. We can't hear anybody. Nobody can talk to anybody.
Still speeding.
Well, turn the fucking thing off, you dumbass. Man, I'd like to kick your fucking head in. Meet innovation. Money. Fuck. Not even funny anymore. Son of a bitch! Jesus Christ. Fuck! Shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Fuck off! What the hell's the line? Shit! What the fuck is it? Can't remember the goddamn... The accoutrement that you will need. Accoutrement? What is that shit? I don't know, shit. It's just all gone. It's a goddamn diuretic when I sit here and my mouth just never stops. For 1989, each individual storage compartment has this controlled light that you can put up your fern if you want to. How's that?
What shot is it?
Oh, shit. What did I do? Did I walk through it?
It's going to be very helpful in keeping you from falling down, you big dumb son of a bitch.
You're disturbing what's left of my brain. Yeah, but my mind is such shit. To say nothing of the flies in my head. Got a fly in my mouth and every fucking other thing happens. If I knew what the rest of the line was, then I would be in good shape. It's amazing how I just babble. Uh-oh. I guess my mind is going again. My body is dismembered from my mind completely. Which is pretty average with me, but I can't think. Something is wrong with me. You'd think I was making this up as I was going along. My mind.
There's no words there. Okay. Take it away. We'll do it live. Go. What's that mean? To play us out? To end the show? Yeah.
Yo, everybody. Welcome to Dark Horse Live, episode 145. Caesar's in New York this week, so I brought StonedNinja to come hang out with us. So without further ado, I'm going to bring him right in. Hopefully you can hear us. Are you there, sir? We can hear you. You're a little quiet. Let me see if I can turn you up. I don't think your... For some reason, I don't think your mic's working. I think you're on computer mic. We'll sort it out.
How about this?
Oh, so much better.
Oh,
so
yeah.
much better. All right.
What's up, you
Welcome.
beautiful people?
Welcome, my friend. Welcome to Dark Horse Live. It's been a minute since we've had you on here, so I'm happy to have you back, dude.
Same here. Thanks for having me, bro.
Totally. So, I don't know. It's been a minute. I wanted to catch up with you a little bit, just shoot the shit today on the show. But first thing on my mind is the news of the week, Schedule 3. I haven't talked to you about it. What is your thoughts, opinions, and what are you thinking when you see all of this Schedule 3 madness being posted all over the place?
So I've heard a little bit of it, but I haven't really dove into it. So allegedly, they're trying to reschedule cannabis down from a level 1 to level 3.
Yep. And basically what that means is it's everybody that grows cannabis, sells cannabis. Well, all cannabis would be sold in a pharmacy at that point, and then all the grows would have to get like a DEA license. There'd be no home grows. But plenty of people, the thing that mystifies me is plenty of people are like in support of this. They're like, oh, this is a good thing. I don't know. How can that
No,
be a good thing?
I'm still the asshole that's like, keep weed illegal. Fuck legalizing weed. I think there's a lot of things attached to it that a lot of us are going to probably realize later on down the line.
Yeah.
I feel like you know how when they pass laws, they sneak in some other stuff deep in the agenda, and then people figure it out later on, as opposed to the people that really pay attention. They see the underlining shit they're trying to sneak in.
Particularly weed stuff, because like everyone was a little bit blinded by just the term legalization or recreational, and they were like, yeah, we need rec. I mean, people won't get in trouble anymore, and it's like, that's not what it means.
No, legalization versus decriminalization are two totally different things, and people need to be a little more educated with that part.
Yeah, instead of like reschedule, because obviously sitting to Schedule 1, I don't know why there's a move for this from this administration when it's clear as day. The move is deschedule, which is, alcohol, tobacco, all those kind of things, and tax it, deschedule and tax. That's basically what you've seen all of the states do. But from the federal government standpoint, they're looking at it like, well, we could Schedule 3 this and give it to Big Pharma, which they're obviously, that's one thing about it is, lobbyists control the country, and then Big Pharma is on both sides of the aisle. And they control a lot, and they're the ones that have really been blocking federal legalization in any way, and probably because they're waiting for something like this to happen. So, I don't know, we always talk about, like, fight the power, fight the corporate enemy, fight that. It's like, this is exactly it, and I don't know why people are applauding it.
No, I feel like there's a Rothschild that's going to pop out of nowhere and just start taking all of that shit over, dude.
For real. So anyway, what's new with you, dude? Like, haven't seen you too much, but I know you're a traveling man. But what do you want to talk about today? What's new with you? What have you been up to?
Just life, traveling, doing the pushing OrganiShield. So I've been doing a lot of like store visits and stuff. So it helps out because I'll talk to them about OrganiShield and then talk to them about the distribution company that me and the homies kind of got going, and then pushing my beans as well.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about a little bit. Is I know that you kind of whispered to me a little bit about you guys have started a distribution company. I don't know how much you want to talk about it, if any, but you and the boys basically traveled all through COVID, through every hydro store in America, and I don't know if you want to, how much you want to talk about it, but Joel kind of like had this business already, or kind of learned this business. And I imagine one day in one of your fucking hot box sessions in one of your rental cars, you guys were like, "Why the fuck don't we just do this ourselves?"
Yeah.
And I don't know. You want to kind of talk about what you guys
Yeah.
started?
So where it kind of originally came up was actually at your house when I was sitting with Mike and we were coming up like, oh, let's do this shop tour thing together, right? So after we started doing that for a few months, Mike and I were hotboxing a car, like you're saying. We're like, what? No one has their hands kind of on everything. There's no one really for the fucking. We'll just compare it to like gold mining, right? There's no one really selling the good pickaxes, right? They're not really there for the people. They're just selling some bullshit and then sticking them with some weird minimums, right? So long story short, Joe came along. He's been in the game for a long time. California guy. He's ran through dispensaries. He's been part of Primordial Solutions. If you guys have heard of that, Key Grow Solutions. He's the guy that wrote the recipe for that. But he presented this opportunity for us to create this distribution company that offers better products. So stuff that isn't going to harm people or the things around the grow, right? So low heavy metals, little to no heavy metals, nothing that's going to be toxic. So when you look at the reports, everything's clean. It's good stuff. It's not just some nasty bullshit. We're not just trying to make $1 million off you. We want to push good product to good hydro stores, promote that stuff. And then also on top of that, not give anyone like stick them with like a minimum where it's like, oh, if you want this product, you have to buy $3,000 worth of it, right? A lot of shops can't afford that. They can't just sit on $3,000 of like fucking connoisseur from, you know what I mean, advanced nutrients and shit like that. Fucking pH up. I want to get some pH up. Okay, cool. You're gonna have to buy $2,500 worth of it, bro.
Yeah,
Like no
some of
one can
them are
afford
like
that.
crazy expensive. I think Canada requires like $100,000 minimum credit line of order just to
Oh, and
carry
they're
them in their store.
demographic too.
Yeah.
Canada. So if there's someone in the area, you
Yep.
can't sell to Canada.
Yeah,
They won't let you.
like the geography of it. They have a radius of certain radius that you're not allowed to carry them and step on their toes, kind of thing. But Canada requires huge amounts of money to get in. But I'd say when I think of distribution companies, I think of like big companies like kind of like Monsanto, Scott's, like a Hawthorne,
Yep.
Botanicare, like a Hydro Farm, like these huge companies, and those are the companies that have all the products. Or they buy up all the products, and then they sort of distribute them themselves and force people into huge minimums and things like that. But I imagine it's a challenging space to work in. So how does it work when you kind of approach a hydro store and you have a few line of products of this new distribution company you're working out with? I suppose the low minimums is like what attracts them to you, but also
Mhm.
I guess if you guys just pick the right products, like
That's
the
that.
real
That's
shit.
the thing. Yep. That's one thing I learned just doing events. You could bring the same thing everywhere, but it's not gonna push the same, right? You always want to have something for every demographic, for every area, right? So you always have something to offer that they're gonna be, oh yeah, I'm familiar with that, or yeah, I've heard of this, or yeah, I've been using it, or whatever. It has some type of demand and name to it. It helps a lot.
Sure.
So like going into the stores, it's always like blowing the dice and be like, oh, what are we gonna hit? You know what I mean? Are these guys even willing to talk to us? Do they give a fuck? Do we have anything they actually need or people buy at their store? So it helps to go in with like all the products we have, and then me pushing the beans and everything else on the side helps a lot too.
That's the thing. You guys already did this circuit as like the breeder tour, and Mike, the house husband, shout out to Mike, but he did this tour kind of as the rep for the fucking grow tents. What's the name of the tent? Fucking
Hydro
spacing
grow.
it. Hydro grow tent. Yeah, my bad, Mike.
Yep.
Hydro grow tent. So yeah, he worked the circuit for Hydro grow tent, and you were doing it kind of for the beans. But you guys went around and saw all these people, and imagine it's a little bit easier the second time around when you're kind of like, okay, we've stacked hydro grow or hydro tent. Sorry, what is the tent?
Hydro grow.
Hydro grow. I don't know why I keep
Yeah.
fucking this up. We stack Hydro grow with like Organic Shield and a couple of other products or lines that we sort of work with, bundle them together, and now we can offer them and to the
Yeah,
stores directly.
that was a symbiotic thing, and it was to help both of us. So originally when Mike and I would go into the stores, it'd be like you know, these are, I'm Mike, whatever, yada yada. This is my product, Hydrogrow. Here's the stuff, and then they have me in there, like, yeah, I actually use it. This is what I like about it, and these are the seeds I made in there.
Totally.
So it's like this symbiotic thing of like, I made my seeds in there. You know, his 10 is what I used. Then everything else just organically fell in line. Like Organic Shield, I was like, bro, shut the fuck up about Organic Shield for like a year and a half. Mike was over there with his pom poms, like, bro, this is the best shit ever, bro. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, it's all good. I'm glad it works for you. I'm fine. And then I finally used it. And I was like, yo, this shit is fucking tight, dude. And then I started fucking rocking the pom poms.
Yeah, shout out to Hydrogrow, even though I fucking forgot his name twice now in a row. But I actually used the tents Hydrogrow, and it's funny to me because it's a really high quality tent. And like I say, you guys start stacking the distribution company that really carries the high quality shit too. Like, I don't know, I see a recipe for success there, but more than anything, I'm interested in where do you see the future of seed distribution, because it kind of makes
Mm,
sense that seeds eventually here will be mainly sold in hydro stores, and then there'll
yep,
be distribution companies that fulfill these orders. So instead of the hydro
yep,
stores having to call every individual breeder, it'll be like, yo,
yep.
just call up my guy, Ninja and Mike, and see if they can distribute you to their channel of grow stores. So is that, I don't know, explain the future of that, or what your plan is for that, or am I
Oh,
sniffing down the right
absolutely,
path?
dude. Just yeah, definitely. I've been solicited by a few distribution companies for seeds and stuff. So the past 2 years, it's already been in the works behind the scenes, um, and definitely it's going to be a normal thing, if not even past that. So I feel like it's originally going to start at hydro stores, right? From there, you'll have little mom and pop shops, actual brick and mortar stores where you could go in. I think that'll end up being like head shops. So that you know those the fucking random head shops you go in are cigarette stores. I feel like it's eventually going to get to that level where it's just going to get blown out crazy. Um, yeah, and to really even be able to push sales or have a name, you're going to have to get on a distribution company to help push your shit, because every hydro store is going to want to see your list, and it's going to be part of the SKU, which is also going to help with getting orders out if there's a minimum for like free shipping or something. Because
Totally.
some places just one seed order is the minimum for a hydro store to get free shipping. Usually, you know what I mean? So that helps. So if someone does a seed order and like, oh shit, I need these random small pieces to fill holes in my shop. Like I need some pH up or cocoa cubes or whatever. They could order those small amounts and just have a decent order with free shipping.
I'm with you. I mean, smart man.
Yeah. And
If
then
you guys,
another thing, like people don't want to do the online shit a lot. People hate going through Europe. They're worried about their own safety and security ordering online still. There's a lot of old school people about that, even their money part. So the comfort of someone going into their hydro store and being able to just look and physically touch the product and be like, yeah, I want these. You know,
even
it's enticing.
seeds, yeah, even particularly seeds. That's why I say it's almost
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the distribution company becomes the new seed bank, because if they're readily available in your town at stores, then really the breeders are going to have to work deals with the distribution companies as opposed to working deals with these online seed banks, because I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll both exist, but it's kind of one of those things where if it's right there at a store for you, most people will probably go there, and as the breeders start to
Yeah.
get more established, I think they'll make larger batches of seed that will spread nationwide to be able to fill the demand of all of these stores. So you'll see more, I don't know, uniform seed across the market. I feel like, and less breeders that are in hydro stores. I'm sure there'll be more and more breeders coming online, but at the same time, I feel like you'll see the kind of shrinking in number of people that are qualified enough to sell seeds in hydro stores across
Right.
America.
One thing I've noticed, dude, is a lot of hydro stores, and I'm really for this. They'll have like name brand popular seed strains, right? Companies. But then they'll have a section of their local guys. So the people that come into their shop or people are trying to do stuff, they have their stuff too, which I think is pretty cool.
Well, yeah, that would be the future too. I would hope, where they kind of keep a craft local section. That would be the shit.
Yeah. I think they should have that. Every hydro store should have that.
Yeah. Unrelated, and I don't know if you know what's going on, but I saw Fire Tree in Tulsa close the store. Do you have any idea what happened there? I hit up my DM, but I'm just
Really?
curious. Yeah, the
What?
store closed. I don't
No.
know if they're moving. I don't know what's going on, but I figured if anyone knew, you did.
I know they moved the location, and have you tried Fire Tree Seed Bolt?
No, I might have to
Try that
check
one.
check that DM out.
Yeah,
All right.
try that one out. Try that one. I can hit up the boys over there, shoot them a text, and see how they're doing.
Another thing I was gonna ask you, Twitch, Ninja. If you guys don't know him, I know most of you watching do, but if you don't know, Ninja's pretty big on Twitch. Give him a follow. He's also got his own YouTube. He's pretty big on YouTube. He's the inspiration behind this whole podcast, to be honest. But I was gonna ask you,
Shit.
Twitch sort of changed their everything they're fucking doing. You know, we haven't really addressed it on this show, but what did Twitch change, and why are you streaming less on Twitch, and what's the new platform to catch you on, and why?
So what Twitch did at first, they were gonna flat out just take out smoking weed in general. And then they kind of backtracked because they got a lot of backlash about that and some other things that they came up with. So what happens now is on your stream, to protect yourself from getting banned or suspended, you have to click on these specific uh
Disclaimers.
content fucking listings, or I don't know what to fucking call it, but basically for me I have to put it on it's 18 and over. Excessive use of
Yeah,
tobacco
I saw the tobacco flag. Yeah.
basically says like it's just a bunch of warnings like be careful, this channel fucking gets turned up and does some crazy shit, so be careful if you want to come in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like this huge fucking FDA warning on my fucking channel pretty much, dude. Like be careful, this might cause cancer if you click it.
Didn't they fuck with the monetization a little bit too, where they made it way less lucrative to do it?
So with that mostly affects partners, but now they're doing like a partner plus program. So I think for all the people that were complaining about getting cut off after the 70-30 split after $100,000, they get cut off and go back to 50-50. So I
Okay.
think what the partner plus program does is allows them to keep that 70-30 split all the way through, no matter if they make a million or what,
Because their big time content streamers are gonna
because
bounce.
they're putting up the numbers and making Twitch the money. Yeah, and then ad incentives that changed a little bit. I think if you play 3 minutes of ads, you get the 55 ad revenue split. Otherwise, you get 35% if you run ads.
But I saw you switch a little bit more to YouTube. Is there any particular reason why? Just you're trying to build both platforms, or yeah,
Yes.
what's the push to YouTube? I saw you doing.
So I was pushing a little more YouTube and Kick. The part of YouTube was to see if I could trick the algorithm and stuff to get repartnered, and it worked. So I could get I'm remonetized on YouTube. So I played that game and it worked. And it's just to like I don't know get more of my. I have a buddy Sergio Dangsky. He was doing clips for me and all like my video game edits and shit. So that helped kind of sway the algorithm where it wasn't all fucking 420 blaze it and it was Fortnite and shooting balls.
You were, yeah, say I don't think they ever made you partner on Twitch, and you were in the top fucking whatever, fucking
Oh
500
yeah, when they did
income
the
streamers
leak.
or whatever. Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah,
So
so they leaked the top 10,000 Twitch streamers, like the top 10,000 income. And I
yeah,
guess I was on
my
there,
boy
dude.
made the list, but they wouldn't let him be a
Yeah,
partner. So you just explain that to
right,
me. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's more
bruh.
than 10,000 idiot partners on there, but
Yo, I
uh,
have I have 15 emails from Twitch partners that says I smoke too much weed,
that's awesome.
basically, while they're partying all the weed homies around me.
Speaking of cannabis, since you're the man in LA, I'm just curious, what's the hypey shit in LA right now? Like, what's the people lining up for? What's the new hot strain in LA, if
I
there
haven't
even is
been to
one?
the inside the shops, and each shop, like a lot of them do the rename game. I will say this: OGs are making a big push. So there's a lot more OGs. There's still all the gelato runs fucking crosses all over the fucking place. Um, but yeah, I'm noticing the OGs are starting to come out, and I'm noticing a few chems too, like good chems. So the era of chems and OGs are coming back. I'll shamelessly promote my shit. And fucking Stone Ninja
Oh,
OG.
Ninja OG.
Yeah, that one's good. That one's sold out. It keeps selling out pretty fast. So
I
if
smoked my
you're
whole ounce jar. It was good.
you're around LA, go to Cure Company and grab it. This made it all the way up north too. When I was going up to Modesto, there's a few weed shops that had some Cure stuff, and
Fuck yes, you're statewide now, bro. That's what I was gonna
oh,
actually ask you.
yeah.
What are the best shops in LA? I know you're not really a dispensary guy, but if you were gonna send me to the top 5 shops in LA, like what would be on that list if you had to list it?
um, Cure Company, Downtown Patient Group, uh, see LA Kush, the real LA Kush Co.
They
up
have a
in
shop.
off the 710. Yeah, LA
Oh,
Kush. Yeah,
nice.
go there. They always got some fire weed. OGs. Dr. Green Thumbs in Silmar is all right. There's a bunch, dude. There. What else, dude? I think Originals. They have a shop. But I would say those would be like the top five. Like easy go to, get good rates with good nuggets. But there's so many shops in LA. It's hard to say.
Do you know how many shops are in LA? If you had to guess, like, is it
Mm.
thousands, hundreds? Would
On
you?
paper or
Yeah,
just in general? In general, thousands.
that's what I was gonna say.
There's a lot of speakeasy spots.
Do people still kind of trap it out? Like when we
Oh
had a
yeah.
shop out there, it was like people in
Oh,
LA
100%.
just sort of don't give a
Whole
fuck
vibe. You go,
anymore.
you walk in there, you're like, bro, this is fucking 2004. I mean, this is sick.
That's pretty
Like
fucking tight.
2012, like prop 64, 215, like SB, yeah, all that, dude. That was the era. That's
So
the vibe in those shops.
let's talk a little bit about your beans and what you have cooked up and what's new, what's coming up, and I don't know. Tell people about what you've been
So,
working on.
more Ninja Fruit for the annual drop coming up. We got some Stone Ninja OG stuff, so I'm gonna reverse that and do some femline with that. So basically, long story short, Ninja Fruit stuff, OG stuff, chems, some hazes I'm playing with. Everything I have goes way too long, except for like I think the Black Cuban is like a decent amount of time to flower. But I got one, dude. It's like I don't know if I'm gonna finish it outdoor this year. Might die, dude. Might have to chop it like on New Year's, bro.
You guys got
Yeah,
mad
but
rain this year, like the rest of the country.
it wasn't too gnarly. Some spots was way worse than my area, but there's definitely a good amount of rain for sure.
That was that hurricane push that came through and the earthquake. You had an eventful summer kind of up there.
It was weird, dude. The hurricane part, I wasn't really in it, so I was stoked on that. The earthquake, I just felt a little bit. I was like, yeah, this is an earthquake, but it was small, so that was cool. But yeah, I was chill. I was in a good spot, man.
Yeah. What about upcoming trade shows, or what do you kind of have planned for the future? Are you gonna keep hitting the road as a breeder, or are you gonna go on the road as a distribution company, or what are you?
All
Just a
in
man of
one.
many hats now?
Oh, the man of many hats,
Do you have any shows
master
planned,
of
or
none.
Freedom Rally? You
uh,
doing anything?
Freedom Rally, I'm not going. I didn't go last year. I had a feeling it was gonna be kind of bunk. And this year, I feel like it's gonna be worse. I looked at their vendor booth availability, and it was like wide open, dude. I don't know if they have any headlining artists. So that one is I'm good. If I really needed to trap pre rolls or some shit, I'd be out there,
Yeah,
bro.
that's the show to
55-gallon
sell
drum pre rolls. That's
pre-rolls to the
pre roll
college
city
kids. Yeah.
all day. They're literally right across the street, waiting every year. It's like Christmas.
Speaking of pre-rolls, this is probably beneath you, and I don't know if we even have a camera that we could do it with, but I don't know. I kind of want you to roll a joint or teach this audience to roll a joint. I feel
Yeah.
like there's plenty of people that watch this show that are afraid to admit they can't roll a joint worth of shit. And Ninja, we've already had him on this show. Blindfolded, he did it. He's fucking, I don't know. He's, yeah, blindfolded competition with Caesar. But
Yep.
anyway, Ninja is like a master joint roller. And I'm wondering if you have the supplies near, if I could put you on the spot. Any way you want to,
Supplies near.
any way
What
you
kind
want
of
to do a
stoner would
live,
I be if I didn't have
there he
weed
goes.
and
Live
everything ready
tutorial.
right now on demand, dude?
Let's see if I can get you more full screen because we don't need to see me for this. But yeah, this is a Stone Ninja tutorial on how to roll a joint. Let me see if I can get you.
All right. So first, you need some papers. I recommend a wider paper. Okay, it gives you more playroom. It gives you more playroom. And what I've done for years is I folded this extra crease to make like a crevice. So now I got two lines. So basically, if you see, it's almost like a tray, right? it's almost like a tray. I could if I could you know say put on there. So noodle, the noodle helps a lot. Grab the weed and the how. All right, so the coarseness of your grind plays a big part too. All right, so if it's like dusted and powdered up, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. My hands aren't that shaky, I promise. So from here, you pretty much level it out from here, right? You get a nice little firmness, but you're not pressing or pinching it hard. And after this step, you're essentially just molding it. So you have your noodle here to help guide, and you. What I do is I work my way up, and I'm just molding the shape. All right. So after the shape's molded, it's just a matter of just twisting it, and then you're ready to lick it. It's that easy, chat. And then you lick it. Boom. And I give a little pinch and roll, like a little titty twister on the nude, so it gives a nice little firm seal on it. And I usually twist the tip a little bit, and that's it. Then the joint's rolled.
See, he makes it look so easy.
It's easy. That's how easy it is. So easy, I was doing it while smoking a joint.
You could do it one-handed, driving, blindfolded, whatever. The man's a joint rolling machine. But yeah, thanks for that. I think that first crease actually is a key because it helps kind of the paper roll up towards it, and then I don't know, helps you kind of balance it all within a cone. But yeah, I've never actually seen your tutorial, so the crease is interesting. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure the people out here will. Some people will not admit that they needed that. And what's up with the pasta? I mean,
Hell,
Caesar's all about the pasta. I don't know if we've directly addressed it on this show, but what is up with the pasta? Why does everybody like pasta all of a sudden? Is
we made it cool, dude.
the airflow, circular flow
It
of it really
it's the
works well?
feel. It's the feel of it. You have people that are like they pinch it for some reason. When people lip it, it's not that bad. Um, I feel like it creates like a small vortex.
It does.
You
It
know what I
totally
mean? Like
works.
it
Like
almost smokes itself.
once you smoke some joints with like a routine filter, you're like, holy shit, this is actually perfect. It works really well.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah,
don't need those Scooby snacks and shit.
try it. You want to get nice straight ones, but try it. Yeah, actually, Ninja
Yep.
sells a box of nudes. I don't know if he still
I
has them,
do.
but I'm sure he's probably gonna have them, around or put back in stock at some point. But my
Yeah,
man sells the crutches directly in a pretty sick design box, straight
yeah.
nudes.
You might find stock of it on Bazaar next week. See where I'm at. Waiting for
There you go.
deliveries.
Hell yeah. Anything else that you want to chat about, dude? Like I said, I'm open book today. If you guys have any questions, fire it off in the chat. But I don't know,
Dude,
anything else that's going on with you that you want to talk about?
wanna hear some offshoot weird conspiracy shit?
Go for it, dude.
All the
I'll,
blue stuff that didn't get caught on fire on Malibu?
in Maui, you mean?
Oh yeah, in Maui, dude.
Yeah, we can talk about it for a second. I don't, honestly, I'm not that much of a conspiracy theory guy, but I do believe, like, I don't know. I believe, like, certain shit definitely happened, like JFK,
Smart
like,
city.
certain shit. But yeah, all of a sudden, every
Smart
Tom,
cities.
Dick, and Harry has like a fucking goddamn conspiracy around every fucking thing is a goddamn whatever set up crisis actor something whatever. And I'm like, I don't know that everything
Smart
in the world
cities.
can be, but I will say I have looked into this one briefly in my YouTube tunnel, and it is
Yeah.
fucking weird that if they're shooting infrared laser beams from space or somewhere and
Yeah,
burning
dude.
everything up with them, that everything blue is not burning. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude.
You see the Tesla in the middle of the street that's just chilling there, and like the blue
Yeah, kicking
umbrellas on
it.
the beach, and yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. My thoughts are this is a really weird year, and I think that they've manipulated the clouds and the environment, and they cloud seeded and they fucked with the environment, and it's weird because we didn't have any forest fires this year. Normally, every summer, Colorado is like
Bro.
forest fire central, and
Right?
it's nasty and you can't really breathe and it's fucked. Zero forest fires this year, but the wettest summer I can remember since I was a child. So weird
bro.
summer, and yeah, cloud manipulation, and then potential like no forest fires, but a bunch of islands are on fire. Saw some island was on fire at the same time off the coast of like Vancouver, I believe, and then I think the Canary Islands or Tenerife Islands off the coast of Spain were on fire at the same time. It's like, why is all the cool islands
Wow.
getting burned at the same time? So I don't know,
Smart
man.
cities.
I heard
You hear
about
about
these. I
those?
heard about the smart cities, the 5 minute city or 15-minute cities they call them or wherever, and
Yeah, dude.
that's kind of like a Katrina thing potentially. The only thing I can think that would make any sense to do that would be basically they try to reacquire the land, sort of like when they let those levees break in Louisiana, and they knew that they were just gonna, evict slash whatever, remove everybody from that region, that ninth ward, and they were like, "Yep,
They
everyone's
were
just gonna
liberating them,
fucking
bro.
go," and they took it all back afterwards. So
It's
yeah, I don't know, man.
crazy.
I don't know, but I believe about anything anymore. I just at the same time
Right?
don't believe anything at all. So I don't really know where I land on anything anymore.
I'm just like confused half the time these days, dude. Don't even know.
Just
Uh,
totally. I I don't trust anything, but I believe anything and also don't believe anything. So you tell me what that is. I'm just a walking manic fucking. I don't know. I don't know. We could talk about the at the same time the price of pot. Just it's like in
oh,
crisis
dude.
mode. So like I kind of wonder, and I had this thought today, and I know this is stupid to even say, but
Uh,
like why can't we just say fuck it, enough's enough, we're not selling pot cheap anymore. I know there'll always be a motherfucker out there that's like, I'll do it $50 cheaper, but at the same time I'm just like, dude, if you want pot to hold its value in any way, you have to stop accepting the fucking bullshit price. And I'm speaking more
bro.
towards like the industry, I guess, because within the industry, people are selling pounds for $200 to $600 sometimes, a real dog shit, and it's just like, I don't know. Like that shit
I
needs to
don't
go
know.
away, and people that grow good pot need to stop taking $600 to $800 for a pound and be like, no, dude, this weed is $3,000 minimum, $4,000. Like,
Right? I was wondering that, and I was like, I wonder if it's just like so many people that are just so rich off of it, and so many people that are so in debt that they don't give a fuck. So they've hit this like shared lowball ass rate, while everyone else that's in the middle doing this is like, bruh, can we come up, can we come up with something? Because I'm chasing both you fucking idiots at this point,
that's exactly kind of how
right?
it feels sometimes too. Because even in the history of cannabis, typically, high quality cannabis sort of stayed at the same price point, and it didn't really like bad shit never really affected you. It's like whatever, I got the fire over here, you pay a premium for it. But now everyone's like, well, I can get it for so and so from my guy, and then the old heady guys used to be like, well, fuck you, then go get it from the guy because I'm never gonna sell at that price. But then all of a sudden they couldn't sell fucking anything. They're like, I guess I'm selling it for that price. Just what the fuck? And before you know it, it's like things just dominoed downward quickly. And worse, I feel like, kind of like to your point, like some of the huge money that came in, they didn't, in the new markets like Florida and shit, it's like immediately $15 eighths right out the gate. And it's like, you didn't even build in a buffer zone to make any money before you decided to slash all the prices.
They went straight to it.
It's like
Yeah.
they start at panic mode. And it's like, Jesus, this is crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. And I feel like the country in itself is in kind of spiraling in a terrible situation. Cannabis is along for the ride for the first time. It's not recession proof, and it's like holy shit. You're seeing huge investments kind of get fucked up, and also even mom and pops are struggling to kind of make it through it because
Hmm.
their cost per pound is so high. So I was just like, yeah, this is an interesting time in America, interesting time for cannabis. And then like we're talking about Schedule 3 on the back end. It's like, so hold on, you destroyed this shit over like a 4 year period, over legalization over like 4 years, 5 years, destroyed it, and then you just gave it to big pharma. It's like holy fuck, you just took the value out of it. So, and that's one way to kill the black market was their plan. I think the entire time was through legalization will kill the black market by driving the
Mm.
price down. But at the same
I
time,
mean,
now
here's
the
the
pot
fucked
sucks
up part.
everywhere.
Here's the fucked up part. What I've noticed from my travels was separated, someone getting $80 an eighth versus $15 an eighth for the same exact weed? Was the marketing and the hype and the experience?
Yep.
That was it.
Yep. But
That's plain and simple. That's it.
that's what I also think about cannabis, though, sometimes is like the music business. Because even as a breeder and shit, you know, it's like you come up with a hot strain that splashes all over Instagram for 6 months, and everyone's like, this is the stupid fire. But then all of a sudden they hate it. Like, that's fucking dog shit. And there's a whole wave that, like, everyone hates the shit or whatever. And it's like, it's just like a one hit wonder, or not a one hit wonder, but like a hit song over the summer when everyone's playing that jam over the summer. But come like winter, they're like, I don't want to hear, I can't hear this shit anymore. So it's sort of
Yeah.
like the same thing that happens in cannabis, where it's, I don't know, some of these brands, it's like you try to build the marketing around some shit, but nobody can stay on top forever. I mean, I know there's brands that are strong that have been up there for a long time, but at the
Yeah.
same time, most brands do a roller coaster where it's like they're up
Yeah.
and down, they're up and down. And I think that's fucking hard to deal with from a customer loyalty perspective, because you want to ride with some brands, but then you get a bad batch and you're like, what the fuck's going on at so and so? And
This the beauty of cannabis right there, dude.
yeah, it's like it's kind of
Right?
like wine too, in a sense where it's like, oh, that was a fine year. It's like, no, it really was a fine harvest. So we go like batch to batch, and some of the crops that you buy, it's like you're like, oh, that shit was stupid fire last week. So you come in and buy it this week, and it's totally fucking different. And you're like, oh, and you come to do some investigating. It's like, oh, that was a whole different batch from a different room, different grower ran that one, and it's like, oh shit, well, it's wildly different, and that happens a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like each grower, even each company has their own signature little something to their batches.
But I do wonder, like I say, when we talk Schedule 3, only because of we're finally talking on a national scale of how to treat cannabis and sell it and tax it or whatever it may be. And it's like, once we can then finally export cannabis around the country, I'm not even talking out of the country. I'm just talking domestically around the country and sell to every state like a beer company, then I feel like then we'll really see who is going to be here, because people have grabbed areas, just like geographic regions, specifically like Las Vegas and shit, where it's like, oh, there's a handful of licenses and there's like 10 grows, and people dominate it because there's really nothing like else to do there. But what happens when you can buy pot that was grown in NorCal, or you can buy a Miami grown fucking something batch, or a
Oh
Denver
yeah.
grown batch, and they're putting on a shelf like a liquor store, and it's like, oh, have you tried the Northern American fucking varieties, or we have some Southern grown down here, and it's like things will change then, and you'll see a few brands emerge like a Jack Daniels or whatever it may be, kind of like, it's like, yeah, we've been doing this for 100 years, and you know, we know what the fuck we're doing, and we're an established brand of this region. But you also see a whole lot less brands that are able to withstand that huge. That's probably gonna be huge money to even be able to do something like that. But I do wonder what happens when that happens. Is it a savior, or is it like the fucking end, like official the end?
I don't know. There's always gonna be room for artisan batch, but that still goes back to you got to build your name and your reputation off that.
Well, that's where I feel like we'll all be hanging out at hydro stores then, because you'll buy your seeds at the hydro store. You'll meet the breeder at the hydro store. You know he's doing a pop up, and they're going to be have jars of samples of weed or some shit at that point. It'll be like jelly tasting or some shit, because cannabis will be so fucking legal that I imagine it won't be difficult to do an in-store tasting of cannabis at a fucking hydro store or something like that. But I don't know. Even the term hydro store probably will cease to exist for whatever the next bumper crop in America may turn out to be.
Dude,
Fucking
I've
the
been
mushroom store.
to that. Dude, there's spores already popping up in hydro stores with their own fridge case and everything, bro. Pictures of each species and on the window, all that. I've been to a good couple handfuls of hydro stores where we had vendor days and just fucking straight hotbox that motherfucker, dude. All good.
I mean, most of them that we
Good vibe.
do is kind of goes down that way.
Yeah. Just happens half the time. Then like, fuck, we'll deal with it later.
Do you have any thoughts on New York? I know you travel to New York a lot and kind of messing around out there, but some of these micro licenses are actually pretty cheap to acquire. I don't really know the details of it, but have you thought about partnering up with New York or licensing anything in New York? I know you're there all the time. What's your
Yeah.
New
I
York
mean, I'd
plans?
love to. I'm not like avidly seeking out and reaching out to people. Like I probably should, but it's one of those things where if it's gonna happen, I'd rather it be organic, where someone's gonna reach out from New York and be like, "Hey, I want to do stuff with you." There is one person I'm talking to, so there might be something in the works, but
Some of that StonedNinja OG making its way into New York City.
my man, coast to coast, baby.
Excellent.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm always looking for new opportunities and relationships to build on. So
Yeah, he's a network master. If you guys don't know Ninja
hit a
or haven't met
player
him in the
up.
streets, yeah, really one of the more approachable guys at the trade shows. I feel like, but yeah,
I'm an easy fare dude, unless you can tell I'm having a bad day.
why why do you think trade shows died? Like they officially, in my opinion, are like ghost
They're
town.
dead.
Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
officially it's a wrap. Only
dude.
only people down there are credit card processors and accountants and fucking I don't
So the
even know.
leftovers.
Yeah, but why, in your opinion, did it die like a slow, fucking painful death for a lot of us to be a part of at the end?
I think it's a plethora of things. So starting with during the COVID era, right? Everyone's getting cashed out. Everyone's at home. Hey, I'm at home for sure. I'm gonna be stuck here for at least a grow's worth. So let me start growing weed with this government money.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of that, and people that didn't keep up with it. They weren't consistent. They probably had some failed grows, and they didn't have a really good sense of accomplishment. So that fell off. So that burst of like all those hydro cells from all that really took a nosedive and fell off. Um, and then there's the other part where people figured it out and was like, yo, I can fucking grow weed like better than this dickhead I'm buying the weed from or this dispensary. So what the fuck, dude? Let's just start growing my own shit. So there's like that people learning how to grow weed, people failing at it, ups and downs from those situations. Um, I don't know.
I mean, it's just when I think about it as a whole, I think like at the beginning, like even the Amsterdam Cups and not whatnot, but then they kind of moved to Denver for a minute, but then mainly Cali. But like all of those California Cups and like Chalice and like we used to go to these things and they were just massive sessions. We're like 100,000 people, if not more, just smoking weed. Everything was like free dabs everywhere. There's all kinds of art glass, like all these weird smoking accessories. It was more of a party
Yeah,
vibe, kind of concerty vibe, kind of like this is a cool thing to do this weekend. They're gonna come down and like smoke a bunch of grass and have this awesome experience. And
yeah.
then it sort of pivoted to like Indo Expo, where it was like this B2B, like sell your wares to like all
Hmm.
the emerging industry, and everyone's gonna love
Yeah.
it. And like, but then they
So
kind of
what
took the
ruined it?
smoking away, and I feel like,
That's what, yeah, that's what ruined it was the legalities. As soon as Prop 64 hit, all the cups in LA were dead.
yep.
High times done because you couldn't smoke there. You could smoke there, but you couldn't sell anything there, and that was the whole point. I'm gonna go see Dark Horse Genetics, buy seeds, and buy some fucking weed off them, hopefully,
Hmm.
or at least smoke some weed, or you know what I mean. That was the whole vibe. Like I'm gonna go and buy a bunch of dope ass weed that I see in the fucking magazines or hear about on the internet.
All in the
That
same
was the
parking
vibe.
lot. Yeah, it was cool as fuck too, and it was
It was a
that's what I
vibe.
say. Kind of the newness wore off too. I know there's new people coming into cannabis every day, and they're getting turned on to it. But at the same time, like for a lot of us that were like lifelong cannabis people or people who had been about cannabis for a long time, the ability to go to a cannabis cup kind of thing was like, holy shit, we're going to like this event that I've dreamed about attending kind of thing. It's like this is
Yes.
awesome. But then all of a sudden it kind of wore off, the shine wore off a little bit, blah blah. And after you've been to one, two, or three, you're like, well, they're kind of all the same. And do I want to spend that money and it's wait in line? It's hot as fuck. Like the
Yeah.
dabs are kind of gross. Like
It becomes a swap meet.
I can just sort of get the beans online. Like all of a
Yeah.
sudden, like it sort of changed a little bit. Like that newness sort of wore off a little bit. That new effect. But you see that as new things emerge in every state. So like all of a sudden a new state will pop off and their trade shows will be like bumping for the first like 6 to 8 months. It'd be like, holy shit, they're like throwing a sick party in here. It's because everybody from that state had been waiting to like shine out and show out or whatever and throw like a cool weed event. But then all of a sudden they
Yeah.
die rapidly. I think of like Chicago or something where Chicago was incredible for like a year. And then all of a
Uh-huh.
sudden it just got
It
real
died.
slow because everyone in Chicago had experienced
It's
the
a,
cannabis event and was like, okay, I
there's
got it.
there's nothing new.
Yeah,
You
there's
can't
never.
smoke there, and the most busiest spots half the time was outside in the smoke area.
That's like
I
that
would do
reminds
a
me
lap,
of.
dude. I would do a lap at these events and be like, "I'll see you at the smoke area," and like 90% of my business and networking would be in that area. The other 10% would be on the floor talking to people.
And that's smart because I think of MJ BizCon. Everyone says you got to go, you got to go, you got to go. All you really got to do is go and sit out the front door, because there's
Yeah.
no joke. 1,000 people out there networking, and it's better networking than you're gonna get walking around those shows, getting almost like predator attacked by every sales rep in the
Oh
fucking
yeah.
thing. Like,
Oh
take my
yeah.
card. Like a sticker? Do you need a pencil? Do you want a pen? I have a
Yep.
lighter. Like, what do you? What kind of system do you run? Where are you from? It's like, holy fuck, dude! I don't pump the brakes. But you go outside, smoke a joint and shit. Someone walk up like, oh, what do you do? It's like, oh, I make seeds. They're like, oh no shit, I'm in the market for seeds. And it's like, all
Yeah.
right, bro. Like, that's how it works, as opposed to, I don't know. It's like used car sales inside the show. It's fucking scary sometimes.
It could get intimidating, dude.
But it is weird how I mean, we've been there for the entire arc of it. Like from the beginning when it was a fucking crazy party that we all kind of were looking at each other like, I can't believe we're allowed to do this shit. I can't believe the cops
For
are just
real.
standing over there on the sidelines just watching this in a perimeter and no one's getting
Yeah.
in trouble, and we're like, fuck it, let's just go for it. And then it turned into this kind of like, well, let's make as much money as we can off these fucking millionaire people that invested into cannabis, selling them every which sort of pickaxe shovelware possible. And then that dried the fuck out. And then now you go to these shows and it's like I say, ghost town, accountants, all the breeders are gone. There's, I shouldn't say all, but very rarely do like the breeders show out like it used to be, where every breeder was there and you had to go there to keep your maintain your brand status. And now you don't have to go to trade shows. You just make good shit,
No.
throw it on the internet, and fucking build a following. So I don't know. It's different times, man. It's I don't know if it's COVID had much to do with it, or if it was just people across the country in general figured out that it's a weed flea market and I'm
Yeah.
good.
I
Yeah.
think it's a mix between legalities and I think the nail in the coffin was COVID.
Even like
That really
Champs, like Champs was like a big fucking show for years. Like going to Champs was like, Champs is a big glass show if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's like a monster glass show. It's usually in Vegas, and then I had one in Denver, probably one in Cali. But Champs was like a monster show, and everybody went to Champs, and all the craziest glass would be there, and it was like you can't miss Champs. And now you go to Champs, and it's 9,000 CBD booths from fucking China, fucking CBD isolate shit or whatever, and it's like, what the fuck happened to this? There's not even glass here anymore. Like, it's really
shit.
weird how these trade shows have kind of morphed into something different. But I don't know. It's just weird that we've been on the arc, or we've seen the entire arc of it all, and now on the back end. And I don't know where it goes from here. Maybe it resurfaces or resurges because everything seems to go in circles in life. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was a wild ride, and I feel like it's kind of over.
I think what needs to happen if anyone wanted to recreate that vibe is to basically have a festival or some shit like uh in Long Beach. I forgot what the fuck it was called, dude. Beach Fest. So Beach Fest had like the 2 to 3 stages right on a big piece of land, and there was vendors everywhere, food vendors and other vendors, and people were for sure selling weed there. I would always go there and buy a bunch of fucking weed and stuff. But yeah, it was like that same vibe where you have concerts of like people of bands or groups that people actually want to see, right? Just have a bunch of vendors there with a bunch of good food.
Sure.
Like that's it.
I mean, that's kind of the way you just described that reminds me of Spanibus in a way. Spanibus is like one of the last remaining frontiers of like trade shows that held strong. I know they got some COVID hiccups there, but like when you go out there, it's fucking 100,000 people again, and it's
Yeah.
everybody's smoking weed outside, like it's a party atmosphere. There's music playing, everything's like good times. You go inside and anything goes in the building. No one's fucking abiding by like you can't smoke in here or whatever. It's
That's
just
what's up.
fucking. It's There was a time when the trade show. I would hate to be the promoter or the event organizer, because there was a time when these style of trade shows sort of just overtook the building and all the rules, and like the people that were running it were like, "There's no fucking way we can get control of this. There's 70,000 people smoking joints in this building, and there's fucking 10 no smoking signs up, and it's like they just throw their
Mhm.
hands up and say fuck it, we'll give them a fine." But those events were fun as fuck, because literally you
Yeah.
could do just, I mean, you just felt free, ultimate freedom when it was in, I don't know, in today's world where you're not allowed to do fucking anything. So it's kind of fun to overrun something with a massive horde of, like-minded cannabis enthusiasts.
For sure. Absolutely. That's always a good feeling.
Excellent. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I'm just officially shooting the shit now. I didn't check the
Yeah.
comments, but one last shot in the comments. Type them in now if you got any questions for myself or Stone Ninja. Otherwise, we're probably going to get the fuck out of here. But yeah, thanks for teaching everyone how to roll a joint and
Yeah.
coming on today and shooting the shit.
Thanks for having me, dude.
It says, Stone Ninja, how's the lot hunt looking?
Oh, Delat. We're still hunting. So there's one that's like has this weird haze. It's almost like Durban haze, but less on that like spicy lemony shit, and more on that weird funky fucking haze shit. So there's that. We got some names. I don't want to drop them, but there's definitely some Vietnamese black and some Delat stuff coming up on the A side.
What do you think about Spritzer?
Spritzer, it's alright.
Tight. When is your
Tight.
next drop? I don't know if you announced that. Do you have an official time frame?
I don't. Nope.
Where is the Ninja Dark Horse Seed collab?
Force collab soon.
Forced
I'm
collab.
gonna
It
fucking
doesn't even have to be forced. I don't know why we haven't put something out together. We've been homies for so long.
dude. I know. I have. I gotta
Something-
find the. I don't know if I fucking lost it or fucking gave it to someone or what the fuck I did, but I have a bunch of what I call Dark Dojo.
So everybody, in the comment section of this video, I want you to write what collab or what strains Ninja and I should collab together. So all
Yes.
the Ninja people and all the Dark Horse people, comments, just put what you like to see together. We'll make something happen. Fuck yeah, we will.
Yep.
I'd love to do it. Also, 100K Grand Prix. I haven't officially talked to you too much about it, but we have to pencil you in, man. I know you're a busy man, so I'm gonna have to figure
Yeah, I
out.
was gonna bring it up. I was
Get
like,
you a
damn, I think he's gonna
contract.
hire someone else, dude. I just gotta be a janitor there now.
No, you're the man. You are holding it down. And if I can get you to sign this contract, which is probably for 6 pre-rolls and a quarter pound of Skittles or something like that.
1.2 grams of weed.
But yeah, it's happening. Like I say, we're starting to get a few signups for it. So like I say,
Cool.
we're gonna do it this year again. I'm not sure if we're gonna make 100K or not, but it will be a winner take all cash prize, and
Sick.
I'm happy to do it. But yeah, I'll be in touch about it. And if Ninja's gonna
Yeah.
be the MC, he's the official streaming master. So yeah, 100K
I
Grand
try.
Prix coming up. Word.
No, I'm super down. Super down. 100%. 100K Grand Prix. The first time you invited me, thanks for doing that. I had a blast, dude. It was an experience. It was cool as fuck.
Ask his
That's
wife. It's probably
never
the
been
time
done.
he's ever worn a suit, maybe except maybe his wedding. But
Oh,
I got him
shit.
in a tuxedo, which I don't even know how I made everybody wear a tuxedo, but we did. And yeah,
Easy.
we might have to tuxedo up again, class to join up. I'm not sure how we're doing it this year.
Killing me, dude. Remember those what those shoes did to you?
Yeah, I almost passed out on that night. Excellent. Well, anyway, 100kgrandprix.com. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's a winner take all cash prize tournament in Las Vegas, December 1st through the 3rd. Ninja's going to be hosting it live on the internet so you can watch the entire process play out. If you enter, you are a judge. It's 2 ounces, $500 for the flower contest, and $500 and 1 ounce for the concentrate contest. So yeah, come down, bring your best, hang out in the room. December 3rd, we're going to have a party and chill and announce the winner live. And I hope that you all come attend. It's literally the weekend following MJ BizCon. So if you're going out to MJ BizCon, stay for a couple more days and do this event. It will be cool. All right, Ninja, I think I'm going to sign the fuck off.
Peace out. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, I really appreciate you. Tell everybody where they can find you, follow you. I know your Instagram changes every 15 minutes, your website, you
Oh,
got clones on the
fuck.
nursery site. You got to plug all your
Um,
shit, please.
The Dojo Seed Co. on Instagram. Dojo Nursery on Instagram. The homie runs it. _ Stone Ninja on Instagram. I don't know what else is up there. There's probably a few other accounts. You can search and find it. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Stone Ninja. You could also find me on YouTube, Stone Ninja, and then on Twitch or Kick, the other platform I've been streaming on, Kick. Same name, Stoned Ninja. Appreciate you
Go
guys.
follow him. Don't you got a website too? I want you to get some bean sales.
Yeah. Everything I fucking just put out all the orders, so I have it pretty much zeroed out. But dojoseco.com.
Bookmark it,
Check it out.
everybody. Yeah, bookmark it so you know when the drops are and shit. But yeah, thanks,
Booyah.
Ninja, bro. I appreciate you.
Appreciate
Hopefully
you,
we'll
man.
see you
Thank
soon.
you.
But yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Peace out.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody, that's the show tonight. I want to shout out real quick Dutch, Dutch Sensi. He's got a channel on YouTube and Twitch, and I know he just got in a fight with some media folks or something like that. So I think they might have took his channel down for a moment. I think it's back up, but yeah, go follow his channel. And like I said, he's a really good dude. He's an avid cannabis collector, a friend of the podcast, and a hobbyist breeder. He's sent a bunch of seeds to give away, I believe, and he's one of the biggest seed purchasers I've ever seen. He's got a problem, an official problem, but we love him. But yeah, shout out Dutch. Give him a follow on Twitch and YouTube. He does really cool earthquake videos, preparedness, readiness videos, survival videos, all that kind of stuff, bug out bag type stuff. But yeah, give a follow to Dutch. Shout out to Dutch. We're thinking about you, my man. And also Caramore, Puerto Rico. Caramore is a shop that we've been working with, and in Puerto Rico. Go check them out. Like I say, they actually are utilizing some of the Dark Horse genetic stuff down there, and I think they're going to sponsor the 100K Grand Prix, the open bar. So go check out our friends in Puerto Rico, Caramore, and that's what I have for you this week. So with that said, Mr. Caesar, he's, like I say, been in New York City this week, so I think he'll be back here next week. I think I saw him in the chat, but Caesar, let us know when you're back. I think it's next week. And yeah, everybody, same bat time, same bat channel. Enjoy the soulful sounds of our guest tonight, which is our outro every single week. Mr. StonedNinja, the inspiration behind this podcast. Somehow he showed me how to stream and what it was, and now we're 145 episodes in. So yeah, shout out StonedNinja. Thank you, buddy. And peace, everybody. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. Peace.
Little pale gay fish, come sit on my shoulder today. Little gay parrot fish, sit on my shoulder today and make me a fried shrimpy dish with some soy sauce, baby. As the beat drops, super fried, super fried egg roll, triple fried fried rice, triple fried rice, baby. 2 for 1 egg roll, super triple fried rice, triple fried rice, baby. Don't forget the soy sauce. Chan chan chan. There's my gay fish song, dudes. What?